talking last week about, and a couple of weeks ago about PartsTech.
Yes.
Because on your operating system, and we use Mitchell 1 and you use one based out of Canada. What's the name of that?
Land car, but I don't use it no more. I stepped up. Rick, my coach, has talked me into going with a program called TechMetric, and I'm learning how to use it just a little bit better.
But which you have PartsTech on which one?
TechMetric, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
And so he thought he was messing with it here at my shop, where we went on and it gives you the list of the different vendors, and you can look and see if they have it in stock.
What impressed me the most was what vendor would get it to you the quickest. Has to me times money. I learned this today. If that vehicle's sitting in my bay for an hour longer than it needs to be, it's going to cost me $385 for that hour parking in that spot.
So you don't make no cha-ching?
I mean, that kind of stuff, man. It's bad.
It's bad. So when you go on PartsTech, you can see who has it.
You can see who has it, see who can get it to us quick. You're right.
Then you can even go, oh, they're kind of slow. This one's a little bit faster. And price-wise, we don't always, when we're looking for the part we need, if you're saving $5, if you save $5, that's not worth that vehicle sitting in that bay for $385.
It's not at all.
It's not at all. So we've got Austin Haug, which is actually my vendor.
Is he?
He's my account rep. And so he's going to show us, and hopefully he's going to split the screen and show all of y'all out there a little bit of demo on this here. So let's go ahead and Austin, introduce yourself.
I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I do live right on that border there, so I could probably throw a rock and hit the state of Georgia.
I knew you was kind of around there somewhere. So tell them a little bit about your program, because I had put on there about that this was a free program. And I mean, we didn't pay anything. You helped us get all logged on there. And you have to sign up with your vendors. So explain all of that to them.
Yeah, exactly. You guys hit it spot on too with that initial intro with PartsTech. We're all about getting you guys to your parts easier, faster, and quicker. As you mentioned, it is free. So you come to PartsTech.com. You guys will go to that sign up for free. I've already got an account, so I'm going to go ahead and just log in. But we'll connect to all of your guys' active commercial vendors. So as long as you guys have commercial accounts with them, we'll get connected in. From there, we'll show you the same pricing, the same availability, the same inventory that you would see on their websites. We're just putting it all together in one space. You're not having to bounce around or do an extra 5 or 10 or 15 clicks just to get to that same part. When once you guys,
so like on Mitchell 1, we would go down the bottom of the screen, and our vendors are normally all across the bottom. Well, instead of hitting AutoZone, logging in, logging out, and then going to O'Reilly's, logging in, logging out, we just slide over to PartsTech, and all of these that we've got preloaded pop up just like you're seeing right here: AutoZone, Napa, Parts Authority.
Yep, exactly. So it's going to save you guys puts them all in one. We work with a lot of the different shop management systems. So like you said, Mitchell 1, we work with TechMetric. I went ahead and pulled up to a quick hit list of all the vendors that we work with. So really any of these guys, as long as you guys can get PartsTech plugged in, we can plug into these to help you guys quote out. If you guys don't have one of these management systems, or you guys don't order using them, you can always use the same PartsTech account. Our demo account here is set up just to run through PartsTech.com. You can use it through either direction, both at the same time, or use it inside of one over the other. So what we'll do, I'll go ahead. If you guys were going to use it just as kind of a free standalone website, we got all the different ways you can punch in a vehicle. If you use us through one of these technology partners, we'll pull over that vehicle information straight from that repair order. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to paste in a VIN, hit search. We pull up that VIN, and then you got all your different ways to search. So you can search based on the fitment or the fitted searches here, the universal or popular searches. If you were to click on an air filter, it's going to pull up all those vendors that you have connected. You'll see who's got what where. this preferred brands you see here initially, this is a part of our kind of higher tier packages. So we do have a couple different packages on PartsTech. I'll hit on those later, but you'll see what's available at each one of your locations. You can just click on your different vendors to see what's where. A couple of the other ways you guys have to search. So if you wanted to do like a job search, say you're going to do a brake job, come into jobs, and this is a part of our middle tier package. We do have a few available on that free though. And it's going to pull up all the different parts that you're going to need for that job right here on that left-hand side. Allow you to go in, see who's got what. See AutoZone and this one doesn't have anything available. Pop on over to your next vendor. See, we got some Napa parts here. And it's going to bump you right down to that next search so you can quickly get through your searches and not have to type them in each and every time. A couple of other ways to search through the categories. You can drill down into what you're looking for and really grab some stuff. Then you can actually grab multiple parts through this. So if you guys know what you're looking for, grab multiple parts, hit search, and execute that search. It's going to pull up all those parts. Might not have grabbed the best parts to search. And then one of the final ways to search that people really like is the part number search. So I'll go ahead and punch in a part number. And what we'll do with the part numbers, we'll give you guys any of the fitments or the alternates or supersedes. We'll tell you guys what else is available through all of your vendors. So if you guys have like OE part numbers, we've got interchanges. We'll show you what's available. You guys can quickly get through that and grab those parts. One of the really cool things we do here too, we're going to add 2 different vendors to one shopping cart. As we see here, I've only got the buy now button. When you do use us through one of the technology partners, you'll have either a submit to quote button or another action that'll allow you to pull it back, drop it in a work order, get the quote, reach out to your customer, get the approvals before ordering the part. From here though, I'm going to go ahead and expand this shopping cart. You can change your delivery methods if you do have an in-store pickup for any reason. Punch in a PO number or type in a quick note. It's like, hey, bring around back. So that way you can still communicate to those counter guys. Drop in a buy now. And that goes ahead and places that order. Once the orders are placed, you'll see them here on that front screen. So we see those 2 orders right here. And then you can mark them as delivered once they come in. Or if you have a management system, most of your management systems will have places to mark them for you in there.
And the big deal there is on your management systems is you don't have to go back and click the O'Reilly's or the AutoZone. You just go to the PartsTech, and even though it's multiple vendors, it sends those.
Yep, exactly. And each management system, so you might say TechMetric has a different workflow than one like Mitchell. Overall, though, it's all about reducing the amount of clicks you guys need to hit and getting you to those orders faster and quicker.
And the big deal that we said is that it shows up in stock. So those numbers up at the top there, when you went to that one screen, is it preloads the information from your management system. And then up there on the top, like that 14 and that 17 and the 5, those are telling you, that those have them. And the other ones don't. So a lot of times you can just look right there and see real quick, oh, let me look here, let me look there, and pick which one you want.
Yep.
And
exactly.
Jeff, if you go down and look at that Middleton, it tells you what they got in stock in that store.
Yeah.
I've used this system. It works great. And you can look at that green one's probably your local store there, right?
Yep. And that's one of the things. Always keep an eye on that too. So if you ever see if the inventory's in green, it means it's just at your main store. Right. Yellow to the DC, an alternate location or a hub. Each one of the vendors, as we see in the yellow, is going to be slightly different just on the verbiage they use. And that's just based on what the vendors will send to us. If you guys are familiar with their websites, you should be familiar with how they're presenting it to you there. If you're ever not sure, always reach out to your PartsTech rep. We're happy to kind of help out and explain what we're seeing there and why we see it that way.
Well, and just like right there on that CarQuest, platinum painted disc rotor, but then you look right there and you see those are 2 different sizes. You got the 300 millimeter and you got the 283. And so that comes back and shows you, hey, we got two different options on this vehicle.
Mhm.
Sometimes you can go in a little bit more and see what it is, or get over there and measure. Because see, went up on the top there on that top right, it has the VIN and it has exactly what that vehicle is.
Mhm. You can always click on the VIN too and get some extra additional vehicle information. If you guys are either of you guys subscribed to the PartsTech Plus with the tires?
No.
No.
I'm gonna show you guys the tire side of things real quick. So we have a few tire vendors like Tire Hub who are available through free PartsTech. With tires, we'll give you whatever the tire fitment is based on your vehicles as well. So we're going to go ahead. We'll just grab one of these. That's going to search all your tire vendors, and I picked the
NTW.
right account. So we got a couple pending here. We're working on getting approved for the demo. Similar process though. You'd be able to just click on your different vendors, see who's got what available. One of the really cool things, if you do go with that tire upgrade, we give you guys some added features for like tire quoting. So right now you'll see your cost, and then you can set up a retail pricing in PartsTech. So what your markup would be. Once you click this show retail pricing, we're going to hide your cost. So if you are working through this with a customer, you could flip that screen around, show them what they've got available. You could even come in and grab them and start adding to a quote. So you come in, grab a couple tires here, and that drops them in a good, better, best quote down here.
Can you open up the tire to make it look bigger?
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can click on them as well. Just like on the parts side, you can click on it, see all that extra info.
See the tread.
But the cool thing with this tire quoting, so you guys can add in all your extra fees, markups, what have you in here as well. Have a good, better, best, have it sorted right. And then you can actually share this with a customer. You can text it to them. You can email it or print it. It's kind of quick view and what the print would look like. It's going to have a branded web page with your phone number and your shop info. So if you guys do sell tires, this is a great tool. You can use that as well to put all your tire vendors in one spot. Quickly give a customer their best, good, better, best quoting option. Allow them to select it. If they select it from one of the emails or text, it shoots you an email back. You'll get it from PartsTech. Go ahead and add that tire to the quote. You're good to go.
That was fast.
Now, does that, when you're saying text it to them, is that part of the program to text it, or you have to have a program like TechMetrics that text?
So to send text out of PartsTech through that quoting feature, let me click on the right button here. This will just be a part of that PartsTech Plus. So if you guys were to upgrade the program that has tires, the quoting tool included, that would all be in that. And that's about $50 a month if you guys were to upgrade. Otherwise, all the parts vendors, those are all free. The tire vendors are available through the upgrade.
I like that. How it sets it out.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. I was impressed with that.
Yeah. So y'all don't have NTW yet.
So we do support NTW on PartsTech. Just this demo account. I think somebody was on here playing around earlier today, and these are all pending. And some of the tire vendors take a little longer to get through and approved. Okay. If you guys ever are curious, you can always hop into your My Shop. When you click on your suppliers tab, go to add suppliers. We'll show you all the vendors that are available in your area based on your map. When you click on tires, that map goes away. The way that information is displayed is slightly different. And then you can look at all the different tire vendors that are supported on PartsTech underneath here. Same thing as the parts vendor side. If you guys have an active commercial account and you guys are on the correct PartsTech plan, you go add, and then it's going to ask you for a couple pieces of info, and we'll get them added on.
So down there in the chat screen, if you can go on there and type in your email or your contact information. So if any of these guys are interested, they can reach out to you.
Yeah.
Austin, I got a question.
Yeah.
I've used the program. It works great. I was on Shopware when I was using it. And I've always wondered, it's a free program when you're on Shopware. How do you guys get paid? You get paid through the vendor? Or you get paid through the software supplier? Or?
Yeah, so we work with the vendors to make this a possibility for you guys. So the way I usually explain it, they help pay for this to help make your guys' life easier. at the end of the day, if you guys can get to the parts faster, get the cars turned around quicker, you guys are going to buy more parts. So in a perfect world, this is going to be a win-win-win situation where we're getting you guys to those parts faster. You guys are getting more cars turned around.
Right. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'll
So
do
the
is I'll
deal-
go ahead. Okay, go
The
ahead.
yeah, you can type it in the chat while I'm talking there. The deal that I want to tell you all about this is there's another one that was out there that was being recommended by the different systems. And I'm trying to think what the Repair Link or something. What was the other one? But we reached out and it was like getting no response. And then we were trying to get hooked up with the vendors so that they would put it on here. So then I was in one of the magazines or emails or something that got sent. One of the trade magazines, I think, had it. And I said, let me try this. And I logged on, punched that in, and it popped up. And I'm going to tell you two things. Probably within about 5 minutes, we got a call. And it was from Austin. And he said, hey, I see you're trying to log on the system. What can we help you with? How can I assist you? He went in and got Candace on the phone and went in and logged into her computer and hooked all the deals up, showed her how to do it, went in and made sure all the installs were on there. And then because you have to click and get approved from the vendor, they have to say, yes, you have the commercial account. He sent off the deals, and probably within half an hour, we had most of them on there. There was a couple of them, and I'm trying to think if it was AutoZone that had to come by, and they have to punch in the code, and XL Parts has to punch in a code, give you a code. And the guys that you normally talk to can't do that. And they came over and did that. And probably about 5 or 10 minutes later, after they punched those in, and they said, okay, you'll get a call from XL, you'll get a call from AutoZone, verifying you're on there. Before they called, Austin called us back. Hey, I see you got approval. Let me go in, let me check it, let me make sure. Bam, you're connected, you're hooked up. Well, they said we had to wait on. No, I just checked it for you. You're done. So their customer service, their customer support, tech support was unbelievable to me on how great it worked and how great they hooked up. And then, of course, he sent us several emails saying, hey, is everything working? Hey, are you still using it? You know, because sometimes you get in the habit of, oh, okay, we got brake packages through O'Reilly's and she'll just click on there and not going through their system. And you're still getting the same prices and it's still showing you if you're having them or stuff. But sometimes it's like you get in the old habit and it's like, okay, go back on this one and, you know, go through that. But I want to tell you firsthand, their customer service was just super to me on being able to get in and hook it up and use it. So any other guys got any questions for Austin while he's on? We appreciate so much you taking your time.
Yeah, absolutely. One,
Anybody?
oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll say one thing, if you guys are signing up for PartsTech, shoot me a quick text. I put my phone number in there as well, or an email. Let me know the name of your guys' shop. I can hop in, I'll grab it. I'll help set you guys up as well. That way you don't get one of the other account reps. They all do a great job, but that helps me out here if you guys let me know ahead of time. Otherwise, we'll get you guys rolling regardless, okay?
All right. Good job, Austin. Good job.
Thank you, guys.